Guys, we need to talk. I know the camera is sitting there right now, but this isn't really me talking to the camera. It's more so me talking to myself, and the camera happens to just be there because I'm kind of in need of a reality check, and I just kind of need to be real with myself about what is going on. I am in a rut. I have been in a rut for a very long time, and I just don't think I realized it. I don't think any of us really realize that we're in a rut until we are on such a deep end that there's no way to crawl other than up. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm kind of at the bottom of this pit, if you may, and I just feel very hopeless, very directionless about my fitness journey. I don't have any goals set in place. I don't have any structure. I like to go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, right? And I've been doing that consistently ever since the beginning of this year. But there are certain time periods where I'm either traveling or I'm sick or I'm just stupid busy where the gym is on the back burner. It's not a priority for me. And especially over the past month and a half, I've only gone to the gym like once or twice a week. And because I'm also running, 2 to 3 times a week, my legs are just so fatigued that I just can't be asked to do another fucking leg day. So yeah, like I just honestly feel as if my fitness routine is kind of in shambles. It's very tough because, not because like my life is so hard and like, you know, all that shit. It's just tough because I run a fitness account, right? My whole thing is fitness, and I'm constantly surrounded by like-minded individuals who just seem like they have their shit together. They are currently on bulks or on a program of some sort to reach a certain goal, and they're hitting the gym, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week and running. Like, how are you running and also hitting legs? Like, I just don't know how that's possible because I'm not built like that. They just seem like they all have their shit together. They're all motivated, and I'm not. This sole video is to talk through this, obviously. I kind of feel like I'm sitting at a therapist's office right now, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk this through to let you guys know that if you're going through something similar to this, then for one, you are not alone. I think it's very unrealistic for us to be super motivated and driven all the fucking time. Like, that shit is just not realistic. It's just not realistic, and I do want to show this a little bit more because we all go through it and it's just not talked about enough. With that being said, I have a couple things in my little iPad that I wanted to chat through, and this whole video is just basically me implementing steps to getting it together. So the first stage of grief is denial, but the second is, what is that, like acceptance or awareness or whatever? But essentially understanding kind of like where I'm at. I feel like over the past couple months of me kind of like continuously going in this rut, there have been a couple of things that I've been able to pinpoint throughout that time where I'm like, okay, I know that this is an area that I definitely need to work on, so I'm gonna go ahead and write this down. So I went ahead and did that yesterday night. I'm not telling you guys that I particularly even know what I'm talking about, but this is just what kind of makes sense in my head, is to just go ahead and write down things that I'm struggling with in order to make actionable steps to alleviate that, right? One of the biggest things that I have been struggling with is to set a clear-cut goal as well as a timeline. I've been strength training for so long, and I don't know if you guys follow me over on Instagram, but I talked about this little fitness bet that I made with my friends from back in August, where we basically set individual PR goals that we wanted to hit by the end of the year. And that's a clear-cut goal. That's a timeline, right? But if I'm not having fun doing that anymore and I'm, not even consistent in doing that, then is it a goal that's realistic for me at this phase in my life? Probably not. Is that something that I want to work on in the future? Absolutely. But at this time, I just think it's important to get my ass back in the gym and just get excited for training once again. So because my training style has been the same for the past like 4 to 5 years, where I have a similar split with similar exercises, that's not to say that the exercises that I do aren't effective anymore. However, I'm just simply not having fun with the current split that I'm doing anymore, and it's just no longer serving me. So I also think it's important to play around with new training styles, with a new program layout even, to better serve me and what I'm trying to achieve right now with rediscovering my passion and my sense of like fun with going to the gym. With that being said, one of the goals that I want to definitely try to hit is to consistently go to the gym 4 times a week, every single week for a month. Like, I don't want to be unrealistic and set a long-term goal for myself saying that I'm going to do this for 3 months straight, because I just want to start small right now. Like, that's something that I always tell my clients as well. Like, yes, well, we can think bigger picture. It's the stuff that you do day to day that sets you up for the future. You might be asking, Tracy, how the fuck are you going to do that? You literally said that you've been struggling with doing that for the past couple months. Why are you continuing to add that as your goal? And it's literally because I am going to be creating a new program for myself. Something that I've always wanted to do is to incorporate like a glute focused leg day. I've never done that before. That actually segues perfectly into my second point. It's so much more difficult walking into the gym without a plan, just freaking winging it, versus having a clear-cut program with your sets, your reps already in here for you. You know exactly what you're going to do, so you don't dilly-dally, you don't waste time. And something that I've been struggling with, because I've been trying so hard to just like get out of this rut, get out, is I've been building my workouts while I'm at the gym. Because I'm doing that, I'm 1, wasting time, 2, I have no direction, 3, clearly that hasn't been working, because although I create my workouts while I'm at the gym, I'm still in this fucking rut. You know what I'm saying? So because I'm a person who again thrives on structure, I just know that creating a program for myself, something that I can just look at and do, is going to serve me so much better than obviously what I've been currently doing. Not only is it to program for myself, it's to also set dedicated days throughout the week that I know I want to lift at. I'm always like, okay, well, I wanted to work out today, but I'm just so busy right now that F it, I at least still have 5 days out of the week left, and I just keep pushing it back, pushing it back, pushing it back. Again, that hasn't been serving me. So with that being said, my training days are going to be Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And my running days are going to be Monday and Thursday. That's actually something that I've been pretty consistently doing over the past couple weeks in terms of running. At least. Another actionable thing that I can do to help me further prioritize my fitness journey and just to stay on track as a whole is to be more strict with my schedule as well as time management. This is also something that Gio has called me out on over the past couple weeks. And if you guys haven't noticed, Gio is he just cares a lot about me, and he's very observant. So he's constantly just like noticing things that I know that I'm struggling in that area, but he's gonna be the one to voice it, obviously, because he's just my person. He knows me the best. So I'm very grateful for him. But whenever I was ranting to him about just how bad I feel that the days and times that we go to the gym are just dependent on me and what I have going on, he was saying that a lot of the times with the nature of what I do, I just tend to pick up projects here and there whenever I see it, instead of just finishing the task at hand. Because of that, my days just not only keep getting longer and longer, but just that much more sporadic. And as a result of that, I'm not eating because I'm so busy, or I delay it significantly, and then my whole day is pushed back. I don't go to the gym, I don't hit my protein intake, I don't even drink my water. Like, it's just a spiral, you guys. That's what I'm telling you. I'm kind of like at the bottom of the barrel right now. All I can do is control the controllables. As I'm starting to realize that my days are getting more and more chaotic, I'm like, okay, I need to actually write a priority list of things that I just have to get done for that day, and everything else comes afterwards. There's a thing that people always say about writing lists where you don't want more than like 3 things on your list, because the brain can only really remember 2 to 3 things at a time. If you're writing a list with like 7, 8, 9 things on there, then it's just simply not going to get done. On the note of time management as a whole, I touched on this just a little bit, but because my days are so sporadic, food is also on the back burner, and so is my protein intake. So something that I'm going to commit to is eating breakfast every single freaking day, and at least getting 30 to 40 grams of protein in my breakfast alone. I make my coffee every single morning, but once I make my coffee, I just get straight to work. There will be times where I'll eat my breakfast / lunch at like 3:30 p.m. That's just not setting myself up for success. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already fatigued from having this huge like 6-7 hour work block off of just vibes and coffee with nothing to fuel me. And then I wonder why I'm so tired and just not high energy or like whatever the case may be. It's literally because I haven't eaten yet. Last but not least, something that I want to work on is just meal prepping as a whole. It's something that Gio and I have historically struggled with, where I just feel so bad where like we'll buy meat and veggies and stuff and we'll think up of recipes, and by the time we go to cook it, sometimes we don't even crave that specific meal that we planned for before, and then the stuff just goes bad, and it's just such a waste of fucking money. And I hate that we do that. Like, it's something that we just cannot stand that we do. Like, with that being said, like, I want to go to the grocery store with a dedicated plan in mind, having researched meal prep ideas beforehand so we know what we're going into. We're not dilly-dallying at the grocery store, and whatever day that we do grocery shopping at, that's the day that we're going to meal prep. Like, we are going to cook that day, so we already have everything out of the way and we're just not wasting time throughout the week wondering what the heck to eat when we have food right there, and then, you know, wait for it to go bad or like whatever the case may be. So my camera died and we are no longer in a little like therapist setup downstairs. We're actually in the little office area now, but I just kind of wanted to summarize my thoughts because the video was kind of all over the place, right? But my thoughts were all over the place as well. So, you know, the whole gist of this and the point that I'm trying to make is that it is okay to be in a rut. It's okay to not be motivated or driven all the time, to just want to do all the things all the time and crush these PRs and like, it's just not realistic. I do want to show this a little bit more because that's just the reality of what my life is currently like. I think it's important to also hold yourself accountable, which is why I'm even making this video in the first place, because it's one thing for me to like say it and write it down, but it's another thing to actually speak it into existence, and that's what I'm doing via this video. So this not only serves as a little accountability thing for me, but also to show you guys that if you're going through something similar, that you are not alone and you are never alone. I feel like it's so easy to look on social media and compare yourselves to other people, especially if you don't know what they're going through and they don't talk about it, such as myself. Like, I didn't, you know, talk about this before. All I can do is pick myself back up, right? One of the most important things that you can do for yourself after realizing that you're at a low point in your life is how you pick yourself back up from it and the plans that you put into place, into action in order to get out of that rut or that low point or whatever the case may be. So with that being said, I just hope that all of this makes sense, and thank you guys for watching for this long. If you have, you'll definitely be seeing the progression of how I go about doing all of this throughout my vlogs. If you resonated with any part of this video, give it a like, comment down below if you're going through the same thing or things that you've done for yourself to help you get out of your own rut. Subscribe if you haven't already for more videos coming so soon, aka this Sunday. Follow me over on TikTok at tracyb.fit, over on Instagram at tracyBfit, and I will talk to you guys later. So bye.